So what this comes down to is when this whole journey started for governor, I was a Lee Zeldin guy. I remained a Lee Zeldin guy for a long time. And Lee Zeldin didn't turn me off. It's just that somebody else stepped up and I thought was more impressive. It's not like I'm going to change my endorsement because I thought Zeldin was terrible. That's not the case at all. And in fact, if Lee Zeldin wins tomorrow, I'll be equally as enthusiastic for him as I am for anybody else. But the truth is, I thought somebody else stepped up and did better than Lee Zeldin, and that was Andrew Giuliani. And so I am endorsing Andrew this morning. You know, it's funny. Frank Morano was in the control room earlier this morning with me and Justin about 5:30. You know, Bern, and we were talking about the endorsements, and he goes, "I'm just amazed that people care." I go, "You don't get it. Care? I was bombarded. You know this. I'm not exaggerating, Bernie. Between Wilson, Astorino, Giuliani, I was bombarded the last 3 or 4 weeks. I'm not exaggerating. So clearly people care. I think Frank was a little jealous, to be honest with you.
No question. No question.
Right or wrong, Bernie, honestly.
Of course the people care. They know that we're in the loop. We got some juice, and we're connected. And what we say matters, damn it.
That's right, number one show in New York City. So anyway, long story short, I did meet Andrew Giuliani on Saturday morning, and he had his crew there, Philip, his campaign manager, and a host of others. And we shot 2 videos together. They're both short, Bernie, less than a minute apiece. But this will go to show you as Eric Salas is playing the videos right now. Again, I compel people, after the radio show is over, go back and watch this radio show on television. It's a great watch. WABCRadio.tv, WABCRadio.tv. And everything Bernie and I are saying right now, you can watch with graphics behind us. And it looks better than Good Morning America, better than today's show. Eric does a great job. So these are 2 quick videos. In the first one, it's Andrew and I in front of his truck when he first arrived in my neighborhood on Saturday morning, and we talked about the actual gubernatorial race. Here's the first one.
Hey, my fellow New Yorkers, we're here in Bell Harbor, and look who I ran into over here, the famous Sid Rosenberg. In Bell Harbor, we've heard so much about it. Sid, so great to see you out here on the campaign trail.
I wouldn't miss this guy. I would travel miles and miles. As it turns out, I had to go 7 blocks, which is great. But he's my choice for governor. He's the right person for the job. The city's in trouble. The state's in trouble. If you love this state like I do and love this country like he does, he's the right guy for the job. And I moved off somebody else, just so you know. That's how much this kid impressed me. Andrew Giuliani, the next governor of New York.
Now, that's the first one. Now, we walked about 30 minutes after that, Bernard, like I said, said hello to some store owners and some people on the street. Obviously, they love Andrew. And then we cut one more video, and this is where you find out what a really super nice guy Andrew Giuliani is, above and beyond his race here coming up tomorrow.
Hey, my fellow New Yorkers, I'm with Sid. We got into Bell Harbor over here, and guess what? On his 30-year anniversary, Sid is with me this morning, which is amazing. He's made an upgrade tonight because his wife of 30 years, Danielle, they're going out to dinner, and I got to tell you, I had the opportunity to have dinner with Sid and your wife, Danielle, a couple weeks ago, and you guys are amazing. Like you outkicked your coverage. Like me, you outkicked your coverage.
You're right.
Big time.
Thank you.
And congratulations on 30 years, 30 more great years to come. You know I love you, and I got to tell you, Danielle is truly amazing. You guys are wonderful.
How about that? From the next governor of New York, folks, I love you too. I love your father. I love all the Giulianis. But he's the next governor. Vote for Andrew Giuliani on Tuesday. Thank you very much.
Of course, Sid. Right. Happy anniversary, Danielle and Sid.
And there you have it. I mean, that's there's a sweet guy right there. I mean, and nothing taken away again from Rob, who was great here on Friday. Lee, who's been a friend of ours, Bernie, for years, also a very sweet guy. We don't know Harry very well, but you can see it there, the friendship blossoming, and this is the right guy for the job. So I'm endorsing Andrew Giuliani this morning for my pick for governor here in New York.
Well, congratulations. I think it's a good pick. He has acquitted himself. I mean, he's exceeded expectations wildly, Andrew Giuliani. And so I think it's a great pick. Now, I'm going to keep you honest a little bit. Aside from the fact that he's shown he was just a bright light in these debates, and who knew? And every time he appeared on the program with you and I, he was just fantastic. Grand Slam, all of that stuff. So, in a perfect world, he would be the governor of New York, I believe. But how much of that is your decision is influenced by the fact that he has made a conscious effort to make friends with you? and say nice things about you and go to dinner. I mean, come on, Sid Rosenberg. Let's face it, that must play a huge part in your decision making. No.
No, I mean, if I'm going to be honest with you, I think it did. I think it did. But don't forget, he was on with us 3 or 4 times before that Saturday night dinner at Michael's during that Ranger game with me and Danielle. And by the way, Danielle was very impressed, too, and she knows very little about these candidates. But I'd be lying if I said that doesn't play into it some way, of course. Now, again, the other candidates kind of did the same, especially Rob and Harry. No dinner, mind you, but
right.
They also reached out a bunch of times. But I'd be lying if I said that the personal relationship hasn't changed things. But when I combine that with what you talked about, I think it's almost an easy decision, but I'd be lying if I said that did not play into it. It certainly did.
There you go, Sid Rosenberg. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's just, that's life. That's human nature. And aside from the fact that, yes, he would be a great, great governor. But when he makes an effort to go out to dinner, he went above and beyond. He went the extra mile.
He did.
With you.
He did.
And it was a beautiful thing. And everything he said and did, I'm sure, came from the heart as well.
No, he's a very, very authentic and honest guy. And look, we took our shot with one Giuliani in this city, in this state. If God's good to me, I'll be 56 years old next April. I've never had a politician in this state that I've loved and revered more than his father. This kid is smart as a whip. I know in terms of local experience, not a heck of a lot. He wasn't the executive in Westchester or a congressman on Long Island, but he did get a couple of years with Trump, maybe not the Secretary of State, but he was in those rooms almost every day. He grew up in the Giuliani household. I know when it comes to respecting cops, no one's going to respect them more than Andrew Giuliani, and that is a major, major issue with Bernie and Sid. I mean, Roe versus Wade is not, let's be honest, okay? But the way police are treated in this city, that is almost a daily topic of conversation, and I'm sorry, there's no way in a million years those other 3 guys can ever feel the way about the cops that Andrew does growing up in that household. There's just no way.
No, and I have to say, speaking of the state of affairs in the country, I mean, the way he, especially during the New York One debate when he had a fight with the moderator over critical race theory and gender fluidity, gibberish, and all that stuff. I mean, he really knew what he was talking about, spoke from the heart, and he just blew me away by what he was saying all the right things, and again, not caring about what people think about his dad. Just sticking by him. There's no way he's going to be disloyal to his father.
No, and
try to disassociate himself from, anything Rudy did that the media is distorting. He's not going to do that. And I think he's a man of principle and just a brilliant, good, a future politician, a great, as a matter of fact. He has the potential for that.
And I love his answers too when it comes to bail reform and those things. And he's the only guy that's come out and been really emphatic. He said, "Let me tell you something. If you guys don't change this today, then Stuart Cousins and Heastie and the rest of you clowns, whatever you put on my desk, I am not going to pass." You understand that?
Exactly.
He was very emphatic about that, very emphatic about firing Alvin Bragg on day one, not giving Alvin the opportunity to change things. So to me, when it comes down to the things that really affect our city and our state, he was the guy that I really think stepped up the best of the whole group. And again, how can I argue with the Giuliani here in New York? You just can't.
No, it's extremely difficult to do so. But again, just to repeat, I am endorsing Rob Astorino because I thought similarly he acquitted himself very, very well.
He was very
Speaks
good.
Very articulately on all the issues and says the right thing. And, he wants to fire Alvin Bragg, support the cops. And if you speak with him, I didn't think he got the opportunity to talk about critical race theory and other national issues. But if he had the opportunity, he would have sounded a lot like Andrew Giuliani. But anyway, so Rob Astorino, I'm endorsing him, and you are endorsing Giuliani. But we're going to support wholeheartedly whoever wins the primary tomorrow.
Well said.
Very, very important. Get out there, ladies and gentlemen.
100%. Well said. We will support whoever wins, including Zeldin. But like Bernie said, get out there. I know the early voting has been a very low turnout, which I'm not sure is great news for Andrew. But for example, even by me in Rockaway, Not many people there at the gym when I go. So get out there tomorrow. It's an important vote. It matters. And make sure that one of our guys, whether it's Astorino for Bernie, Andrew Giuliani for me, Harry Wilson, and or Lee Zeldin, that these guys have a chance to beat up on Kathy Hochul come November.